Hey, I was reminded of a great book the other day. I pulled it off my bookshelf. It's super, super thin. You could probably read it in about half an hour at the most. But it's James Allen, As a Man Thinketh. And I want to read something. He talks about our mind being a garden and we're the gardener. So I wanted to read something out of this real quick for you. Just as a gardener cultivates his plot, keeping it free from weeds and growing the flowers and fruits which it requires, so may a man tend to his garden of his mind, weeding out all the wrong, useless, and impure thoughts, and cultivating toward perfection the flowers and fruits of right, useful, and pure thoughts. By pursuing this process, a man sooner or later discovers that he is the master gardener of his soul, the director of his life. And I want to talk about that a little bit. You know, it's very interesting, and I noticed this in my life, and it's funny because I haven't read this book in a while, but over the last couple of days I've been kind of listening to different audio, watching some videos in regards to it. And there was a speaker the other day, Les Brown, he may have heard of it, was kind of brought up this book, and that's why I pulled it out. And he was talking about the weeds, and he said weeds really can grow anywhere, right? And if we think of weeds as impure thoughts or negative thoughts in our mind, if you look at a weed, it doesn't need any soil to grow, right? It doesn't need any water. It can grow through concrete cracks. It doesn't matter, right? And that's kind of how our mind is. You and I, we really don't have to work too hard to have impure thoughts or negative thoughts or these doubts that come into my mind. They just naturally come in, right? I mean, they do. You don't have to work to have these thoughts. They're there. But listen, if you want to have beautiful thoughts and you want to have a mind that flourishes and produces pure thoughts and good things, and you have to work at it, you have to cultivate it, and you have to eliminate those weeds. You have to pull those weeds, pick those weeds, get those weeds out every single day. And you have to be in that garden. You have to flood your mind as much as you possibly can with good things. And it's so important because otherwise the weeds will take over. I mean, a lot of times what I have to do, even doing these videos sometimes, when I speak, when I coach, when I talk to my team, it doesn't take much if I just let it slide for negative thoughts to come in, to say, oh, well, Damon, they don't want to listen to you. No one's going to watch these videos. No one's going to comment on your posts. Is anybody really watching? Is anybody going to listen to you? Probably not. You got an argument with Julie. Why in the world is anybody going to want to talk to you or listen to you? Or how's your marriage? All these things, right? I mean, it was easy for me just to flow those out, all those negative thoughts. They just come. They just come. I don't have to try to cultivate those. But listen, if I want good thoughts, if I want to have encouraging thoughts in my mind and pure things, I have to work on it. So my point is often what I have to do, if I'm in my truck, if I'm whatever it may be, I may have to, if I'm having pure thoughts, I may have to get in my prayer room, walk right downstairs to my prayer room and spend some time in prayer. I may have to open up the Bible. I may have to pull the truck over, find something positive on my phone to play through the Bluetooth. There's so many great YouTube videos that have some amazing words and different things like that. I may have to listen to Les Brown, Eric Thomas, Darren Hardy, Zig Ziglar, Jim Rohn, all those guys, right? I'll just pump them through my car speakers to try to get my mind back on track and to fill my mind with good thoughts. So listen, I want you to be aware of that as well. I want you to understand that those thoughts in our mind, they make a huge difference. If we have negative thoughts, nothing good comes from negative thoughts. Nothing good. Nothing good will come from a negative thought. But if we work on every single day being able to weed out those negative thoughts and be able to put in as much as we can positive thoughts, what that's going to do is that's going to direct us towards positive actions. And we're going to start doing some positive things. We're going to have the courage and the discipline to go do those things. And what we put in, this flows out. So the more positive stuff we put in our mind, the more it's just going to flow out and be able to bless others. So I hope that made sense. Understand that you're the gardener of this garden right here. And you need to be aware every single day that it does not take much for those weeds to just take over. They don't need any help. They will grow and they will come. And you need to pull those out, and you need to tend your garden every single day. My suggestion is start that morning, getting in that garden and working on it. That's why, like I said, I go down and I spend time doing my daily devotional. That's why I spend time going in my prayer room and praying for a sound mind, a heart that loves people and cherishes people and gives the best that I can for this day. You have to start the day in that garden and start working. And it's an all-day thing. It's an all-day thing. So anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it made sense. And again, I love your comments. I love when you share. As always, you can always reach out to me if you have anything that you want to talk about, concern, thoughts, minds. I love it. Contact me. Thank you so much for watching this video.